Yeah, we gotta rise up, yo. Go for broke, give everything, better yet, give your all. They don't wanna see you win, nevertheless, yo, evolve. Wanna see my demise, you can be in for a surprise. Cause the sun ain't about to set, no, it's about to rise. Come hell or high water, we gotta rise up. Despite the storm. What's going on, everybody? I want to welcome you to this week's episode of the Stage is Mine podcast. I'm your host, Terrance Hill, presented to you by Double ETV. This week, it is my honor and privilege to have on the program musical artist Leaveascar. How you doing?
Hi, Terrance. I'm doing well.
Great. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to come on and talk to the viewing audience. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Rachel. I was born in the Bronx, New York. I'm a proud native New Yorker, and I studied at BMCC. I studied theater, and then I did some more studying of theater at Lehman College. And I guess as far as like artistic things, I've kind of always tried to be involved with that up to this present moment.
Yeah. How did you give birth to the persona Leaveascar?
So the name itself came when I was doing laundry. I was just folding clothes. Um, I don't know. For me, I think good ideas come when I'm not trying brainstorming. That's just for me. Like when I go on walks and my brain is wandering, I get good ideas. So I was just folding clothes, and the phrase just came to my mind, and I thought, oh, that sounds really cool. It's like leave a mark, but more dramatic, leave a scar. And I don't know, I guess it had to do with my theater background.
Yeah.
It literally stuck with me, and I thought I was gonna use it as my music persona.
Okay, that's awesome. You took theater in college?
Yes, I did, but going back to childhood, I did do a lot of like Christmas plays and things like that. And I did some off Broadway and off Broadway plays with my sisters and just dancing. I used to take ballet, jazz, whatever. And
Okay.
theater made me realize, like actually studying it in college made me realize how much actual work you have to put in if you want to be a full-time performer.
Yeah, I took theater also, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I did.
What
So
did
yeah, I mean, but for me, I like the training part. I've never really had like an interest in like doing theater or well acting on stage. I'm more interested in doing like the behind the camera work. But at the same token, people who can act, but for some people they can do both. Like Al Pacino was like one of the all-time greats, but he still enjoys like doing plays or whatever.
you?
Lawrence Fishburne is another one. If I'm not mistaken, I think Denzel did a play a couple years ago. So some people like doing both. I like the training part of theater, but I'm just not interested in being like a actor on stage or whatever.
But you did enjoy, like, I guess, training as
Yes,
an actor.
right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like the voice and diction, the movement, all the different stuff that you learn, I think is good stuff to put into your arsenal for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I really appreciated when I was learning theater because it was something as little as like your posture.
Yeah.
Like people are going to be looking at you, and you can't, you can't be the slumped, insecure person. Like it's everything, voice, movement. And
Yeah.
it was funny because like I think most aspiring actors don't start out wanting to do plays. I think
Hmm.
most of us, because we grow up watching TV and movies, we want to
Hmm.
be in TV and movies. So that was
Right.
my case. So actually, I only studied theater because there was no, acting program at a community college, but it ended up helping me like appreciate acting as more than just, oh, a movie star, a star of a TV show. It was live
Right.
is so much different. They're not one's not better than the other, but you get way more appreciative of the craft when you study theater specifically.
Right. When did you develop a passion for music and the arts?
Well, I feel like all these seeds were planted in childhood, so forgive me if I keep on going like
No, that's okay.
years back. But I grew up watching a lot of do you remember like E True Hollywood Story and
Yeah.
Driven on VH1? So
Right.
I would see like, how Destiny's Child came about, Christina Aguilera, Celine Dion, and those stories inspired me so much that I always wanted at first to be an actress, but I always had in my back pocket, I'm gonna also do music. Like it was always in the back of my head.
Yeah.
And I think I only started doing music back in 2017. I went for it and started taking like like singing lessons
Hmm.
and stuff. And it was only because I was having, I think when you're 22 and out of college, that's the big age where you're kind of like, it's so stupid, but you feel like your life is over, even though
Hmm.
you're so freaking young. And I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm 22 and I haven't ever done music. So I decided that I was at least going to start writing songs and stuff. So it was always part of a plan, but I always kind of thought it would have happened differently. But I'm just happy I started it eventually.
Yeah, for sure. Who have been your musical influences, and also on the acting side, who has influenced you?
A big songwriter that I love, her name is Banks. She's a singer from California. I've seen her live. I discovered her at the time that I decided I wanted to do music. Um, Growing up, Celine Dion, Britney Spears, Destiny's Child, and then when Beyonce did her solo thing,
Mm.
I was there with that album. Um, I don't know. There's a lot of different musical artists that I like. Currently, I'm really influenced by Queen Herbie. She
Okay.
used to be part of I don't know if you know she was part of a pop duo with her now husband, and that didn't work out. Like she had all the fame, all the money, and she said, "You know what? This isn't true to who I am as an artist." She left. She's independent and she raps and sings, so she's a huge influence as well for me.
Okay. And what about on the acting side?
Acting, I always loved Kate Winslet,
Mm.
and because Titanic, but she's so much more than that. But
Oh
that's
yeah. Oh
what
yeah.
I first saw her as, and then I love Leonardo DiCaprio. I actually had a big, I guess, deeper fascination with actors, like male actors as opposed to female, and I don't know if that has to do with, how men sometimes just get cooler roles written for them, but that's just how I was influenced. Robert De Niro, I loved. Tom
Mm.
Hanks, Johnny Depp. I all really admired them. And they've had all these fun, different roles that they got to do. And I just imagine myself like, oh my gosh, um, what if that's something like I could do one day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so them for sure.
Okay. Yeah, it's real cool. I mean, Leo, I love him a lot. Also, I mean, I've always knew he was great, but when he did The Departed, I was like, man, this guy, he's really got something.
Mhm.
And De Niro, he's definitely, someone I have like in the top five actors of all time. I love his work. Casino, I've probably literally seen that movie 200 times. Like every time it comes on, I have to watch it. And then Kate Winslet, yeah, like you said, she's so much more than Titanic, because even after she did that, like a lot of her roles now, it's not even like big Hollywood productions or whatever, but she's a like really good actress. So I like her a lot also. Tell us about your awards and your nominations that you've had as a filmmaker and an actor.
Oh, thanks for asking. The film was I directed in 2019. I think it went live, but we shot in 2018. It was a short film called Harmony about a woman who becomes obsessed with her child, her infant, and the film is about, it's a short film, but it is about like how this is affecting her marriage. And the idea was not mine, but a filmmaker came to me about it, and I was like, this is great. I want to direct it, and I want to be the main character. So, yeah, it was called Harmony, and we went to the Brightside Tavern Film Festival, official Latino Film Festival. We did a few festivals, and then even last year during COVID, we did some online ones. I know we won twice for best film.
Mm.
So that's where I grabbed the, filmmaker thing when I put that in my bio. Um, and then I was nominated as an actress, which was really cool.
Oh wow.
Freaking cool to be nominated. I didn't
Yeah, for sure.
win, but who cares? Like
Right.
I don't know. I'm very proud of that. That was
Yeah, for
very
sure. Yeah, I mean to be nominated, I mean someone acknowledged your work and your performance.
exactly.
Yeah. Tell us about how you use music. You describe it as the mosaic of the human experience. Kind of break that down for me.
So I write about a lot of different things, and music is so universal, and people use it to get through breakups or to turn up at a party or, to get closer to that special someone. So I use the term mosaic especially because I have explored different music genres. And that is partially me trying to find my true sound as a music artist, but also I'm just influenced by these different music genres. Like, so at a certain point, I was like, what can I do? Like, let me just, you know, what's that saying? Like, throw it at the wall and see what
Hmm.
sticks, I'm trying to
Hmm.
classier version, but that's what I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna do it. And yeah, with writing, I have so many written songs. I know I've only put out a handful, but it goes from heartbreak to my how I feel about maybe possibly becoming a mother one day. It's about siblings that I don't have the best relationship with. Like I have all these different parts of my life written about, and I'm very candid with them. To me, I think the mosaic is like every piece of someone who's a part of me, and like they've made me who I am, and I put it
Yeah.
in music.
Okay, nice. What was it like growing up in the Bronx?
Well, um, I I grew up, I don't know how familiar you are with the Bronx, but like I grew up on like the east side, which was like almost technically the south side, but not. Like it was fairly safe, fairly diverse and family oriented. But to be quite frank, I grew up homeschooled and kind of not participating in society until maybe, I don't even know how to technically put it, but I didn't participate in society. So what was it like growing up in the Bronx? I grew up in a house. It was I don't know, I spent a lot of time with my siblings, a lot of time watching movies and listening to music, and maybe trying board games and stuff. Um, I used to kind of hate living where I lived, but I think it was just because I never really got to go out and explore where I lived. But then as I like rebelled and started going out and hanging out with people, there's gems to the Bronx. It's like any other place in the world where there is danger, but then there's also beautiful, safe parts and beautiful memories to be made.
Okay. And I know it's one of the boroughs of New York. Any rapper in that area stands out to you? Because I know
Oh,
people always talk about, the different New York boroughs and all that.
from the Bronx specifically. Well, growing up, like I would always be so proud that like Fat Joe was from the Bronx.
Okay.
But
Okay.
that was kind of like all I knew. I mean, most recently Cardi B, right? And you could say what you want about people and their various talents and whether you respect them as an artist or not, but even Jennifer Lopez, she's not a rapper. Neil
Hmm.
deGrasse Tyson, like he's not even involved in the arts, but it's just cool to see people really rise from where I came from. And at the
Hmm.
end of the day, I could hate on that or be inspired. And it's just so cool when people start adding to the list who like they're from the Bronx, but
Yeah.
they made it.
Okay, that's awesome. What are some other things that you want to do as far as acting and filmmaking goes?
Oh, I want to direct a film that well, okay, let me backtrack because right now there's a film that I wrote that I'm actually planning on playing the lead, but that will take some time for financial reasons and all these logistical reasons, but also because I haven't trained in a while as an actress, and I need to sharpen my tools if I really want to do a great job, the job that I envision myself doing. So that the working title for this film is Last Looks. It's currently 27 pages long. I wrote it. I have my friend slash colleague, possibly, I'm pretty sure she's going to direct it. She said she was down. So that would be the near future, like before 2024
Mhm.
plans as far as my acting and filmmaking side is concerned.
Okay. And tell the audience a little bit about your music projects that you have put out and where they can kind of check those out.
Yes, thank you for asking. So I'm Leaveascar on all music platforms. We could start with my YouTube, where I have like some various interviews, vlogs up on there, but also my music videos that represent just the songs are very different from each other. So you're going to see very different music videos. I have lyric videos if you're curious as to what I'm actually saying in the song. And I have a website, leaveascar.info, where you could find pretty much everything about me there. And I am on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, all that jazz. Where you listen to music, just search Leave a Scar. My most recent song actually was way back in March, and it was about anxiety, and I did it with two other female artists, very talented artists, Money Mish and Lucy Rivers, and you could check that out. But I do have a new song coming out October 22nd, and it is called It's Already Done.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
all your videos are shot very well, and I'm sure people are gonna enjoy it when they go check that out.
thank
How
you.
would you describe your musical style?
It's currently this, it doesn't take itself seriously, and that doesn't mean I don't take the craft seriously, but what I mean by that is I'm having fun. Currently, the songs that I have up, like it's just me expressing myself freely, candidly, especially with this new song. I think I got more vulnerable with like specific things that have happened in my life. And I guess I would describe it as pop rap if we're talking about like umbrella genres. It's like pop rap, it's like alternative hip hop. It's I hate to say because everybody's genreless now, but I would say that's like my little bubble that I'm in.
Okay. And who do you work with as far as like uh, producers go?
Well, actually, it's a funny story. The first and only producer I've worked, well, that's a lie. I've worked with other producers, but the only one whose physical studio I've been in is this one. It's my fiance's studio. His artist's name, engineer name is AOA. He makes incredible beats, and he's also just a prestigious audio engineer. And he's gotten all his clients through word of mouth, and he's honest with me and professional, and I appreciate that because when we're recording, it's not, you know, we're in a relationship. It's we're two artists trying to make a great song. So I
Mhm.
love working with him.
Yeah. And what is your writing and recording process like?
Yeah, sometimes he makes a beat and I'll just write to it, but lately I actually just look up YouTube beats. So, for instance, right now I wrote to a Slim Shady type beat, old school Eminem, because those are
Okay.
easy. They're very spaced out, so it's easy to just like come up with words and whatever. So I'll play a YouTube beat on repeat and I'll just write and write and write, and then I'll refine it and write and write and write.
Okay. And besides the single that you have coming out later on this month, you have like an album you're working on or a
Um,
EP?
Not in particular. I think I have, like I said, like there's a lot of songs that I've written, and I think, to be honest with you, a big reason I haven't put out these songs is that I wrote them as more singing songs, and I'm no Aretha Franklin. So I'm trying to make it work for my voice where my rapping is almost singing and my singing is almost rapping. So these songs, yes, they're more about my life, but also I think the more specific you get with music, actually the more people you'll reach because people have these specific problems.
Yeah.
So I need to drop. I just have to. I'm feeling good about this single coming out, and I want to put out at least 5 singles next year and just stay consistent and build a nice community of people vibing to the music.
Yeah, for sure. I do this every program. I throw a couple rapid fire questions at you and you just answer to the best of your capability.
Gotcha.
What is your favorite food?
Oh, Chile rellenos.
Okay. And what do you like to do for fun?
Um, Watch YouTube, go on long walks. I actually like working out. I think it's fun. Um, Writing is sometimes fun. Oh, yes.
Okay.
I
And
don't want.
what is your favorite TV show?
Oh, The Office.
The Office. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite actor and favorite actress.
Okay, actor right now is Tom Hanks. And actress, I'm really fangirling over Allison Janney right now. I love her.
What's your favorite Tom Hanks movie?
Catch Me If You Can.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, he has a lot of them, so
He
it's
has
a
a
hard
lot.
pick. Yeah, he has a lot of them.
Castaway
Uh,
makes me cry, so I don't want to say Castaway. It's too sad. But he's
yeah,
brilliant in it.
yeah, he is brilliant. Yeah. What's your favorite? Who is your favorite recording artist?
Currently Banks.
Okay. Favorite movie of all time? You have one?
Oh, Singing in the Rain.
Okay. Favorite places to travel?
Oh, I've Cancun, if we're talking overseas. If we're talking about New York, there's this really nice spot called Silver Beach in the Bronx.
Okay. And one superpower you wish you had?
Oh my gosh, I want to teleport.
Teleport. Okay. Hot or cold?
Oh, cold.
Cold. Who has inspired you?
Many people. My mom.
Your mom. Okay. So that's a good one. And last one, I want my legacy to be.
Wow. That I was a helping hand to others, that I made others feel better.
Awesome. Those who are interested in learning about the film that you won the nomination for or your music, I know you already gave your contact information, but give it one more time so people can connect with you.
Cool. I am leaveascar.info. That's my website. Leaveascar with 2 R's on Instagram. Leaveascar on TikTok. Leaveascar with 3 R's on Twitter. And Leaveascar with 2 R's on Facebook. I hope that's helpful. Oh, and my email is missleaveascar@gmail.com.
Awesome. I definitely appreciate you coming on the podcast and talking to the viewing audience. And we look forward to seeing the greatness that you have in front of you for sure.
Thank you so much, Terrance. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, my privilege. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you on next week's episode. Take care. I want to thank everybody for their support. Those of you that have been watching all of our podcasts. If you're interested in donating to the Stage is Mine podcast, you can send that 2 ways via PayPal or Cash App. Our Cash App is Terry from the A, and our PayPal is EETV101. Support this machine today to help us continue to do what we're doing. Also, if you're interested in becoming a sponsor of the Stage is Mine podcast, email me today at EETV@yahoo.com or call 334-498 5394. Thank you very much. I want to thank you for tuning in to today's program. Be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell for all things pertaining to the Stage is Mine podcast. Until next time, take care.
Go for broke, give everything, better yet, give your all. They don't want to see you win, nevertheless, show evolve. Want to see my demise, you can be in for a surprise, cause the sun ain't about to set.